Big Jones the Juggernaut. Welcome back to Unleashed. So I want to jump right into it. Why is it so difficult to get a workout in the Navy? Now, usually when I talk about these matters, these military matters, I'm talking about the military as a whole, all branches, all services, but in this case, I'm talking specifically about the Navy. Why is it so difficult, seemingly, to get a workout in the Navy? I mean, it's something that we all should be doing, whether you're in the military or not. We all need to worry about our physical fitness, especially in times of COVID where things are going... Microphone's doing some weird stuff, especially in the days of COVID, when people are getting out of shape. It's tougher to get to the gym. Why should it be so difficult to get a workout? So before I get started, and there is a reason. I mean, there is an actual reason why. But before I get started on that, I just want to clarify that I'm talking about everything before COVID, because all this stuff that I'm going to talk about, most of it can be explained away by COVID, lack of personnel, lack of resources, yada, yada, yada. But I'm talking about pre-COVID. I've been in the military for over 10 years. So this is way before COVID. It's always been difficult to get a workout in the military. So before I jump right into that, I mean, just to give you an idea, I'm a bodybuilder. That's what I trained for. That's what I trained to look like, is a bodybuilder. I'm natural. I don't care if you believe me or not about the whole steroids thing. This isn't about that. But I don't take steroids. I'm a natural bodybuilder. That's what I do. That's what I've always done. So... and to be equally fair, I am pretty noisy. I'm one of those guys in the gym who grunts and groans. I don't drop weights. I clean up after myself, but I am that guy that's pretty loud. And that having been said, I have been kicked out of 3 different gyms in the time that I've been training, one of which was a military gym. The gym I'm actually working at right now, they tried to kick me out. I actually left, but they said, we'd rather you not be here. And I already had a membership to another gym, so it's not like it was a big deal. But they kicked me out for being loud. I mean, for being loud, it's not a mating call. It's not something that I'm doing just to piss people off. It's something, I mean, if it does piss people off, that's just a bonus. But I'm doing it because I'm giving max effort. And deep down, people know that. But, people can't be bothered by anything or impeded by anything, and if it's not within their control, then they're going to complain about it. So whatever, that is what it is. But I've told this story before. I got kicked out of a 24-hour fitness, and I've never been back since. And I've actually gotten a letter in the mail saying that I'm actually banned for life from 24-hour fitness, all 24-hour fitnesses, because of something that happened over 10 years ago in Phoenix, Arizona. I was in there lifting, and at this time, I was almost 300 pounds, or right at 300 pounds, and I was bench pressing small school buses. And needless to say, I was making a lot of noise, but I was also coming in really early, trying to get my workouts done with the fewest amount of people around. Fewer people means less complaining, so that's what I did. And I still managed to draw the ire of some short manager who looked like he was about 5'3" and just had the biggest problem with me, and he ended up canceling my membership and banning me for life. So that's what that is. Now, fast forward a few years later, I'm in the gym at Naval Medical Center San Diego, and the same thing happens. I'm being noisy. I'm training for a competition. I don't make any bones about it. Yeah, I'm loud. So what? But, I'm making noise. I'm lifting heavy weights. They said, "Oh, you're out of here. We don't want you training here anymore." And I'm in the Navy working out on a base gym. Seriously? Now, take that bit of information. That's a Navy gym. Take that, and let's fast forward to Fort Sam Houston. First of all, the base gym at Naval Medical Center San Diego is not open 24 hours. It's open from like 5. At the time, before COVID, it was open from like 5 to 9, which was great. It was also open on the weekends. Now, post-COVID, it's open from like 6 to 5, something crazy like that, and it's not open on the weekends. What's crazy to me is that it's open on the weekends, but they have holiday hours. What the hell? So that doesn't make sense to me. But I know post-COVID, it's hard to find people to work these gyms, or I don't know, but it's a pain in the ass. Anyway, so you take that information from a Navy gym. Now let's go to Fort Sam Houston, which is a it's a joint service base, but I think it's mostly Army, Air Force. I think it's mostly Air Force. I think it's considered an Air Force base. But in any event, that base has an awesome gym. It's got 2 awesome gyms, and one of them is not open, air quotes, 24 hours, but it has a 24-hour option. What you can do is, and I actually did this in student status, status where if you're a student on base, that's like the most stringent rules that they have on you. Like, they don't want you to scratch your ass without filling out a special request sheet. But as a student, I went to the base gym at Fort Sam Houston. They have you fill out a little form, and they actually connect a little signal to your CAT card where you can scan it and you can go in anytime you fucking want. Now, why is it that I could do that on an Air Force gym, of all places, on an Air Force base, but not on a Navy base? I'll give you another example. I'm stationed in China Lake, and this couldn't have happened at the worst time. I was so pissed about this, but they made me go to some kind of orientation. Now, see, the thing is if you're stationed in China Lake, your parent command is 29 Palms. And 29 Palms is about a 100-mile drive, give or take, from China Lake. And at the time, I was right in the middle of a prep for a contest. And I'm like, I really don't want to leave. I'm dialed into these workouts, 2-a-day workouts, 3-a-day on the weekends. I'm really dialed in. This is just not a good time for me to go away from my parent command and take a week off, but it was my choice. I had to do it, needs of the Navy. So I go, and while I'm there, they actually have a gym within walking distance. So perfect. Awesome. I brought all my workout gear. I brought everything. So in between these bullshit classes, I'll just go to the gym, or after, or in the morning, or whenever. There's gym access. So I go to the gym. The first day, I think I was doing legs, and I was doing like deadlifts, and I was doing some pretty heavy deadlifts. At the time, I was doing just steadily increasing weight. I was starting off at like 220, 100 kilos, and I would do as many reps as possible, and I would just keep going up until it was getting like 1 or 2 reps, and then I would stop. So by the time I was at that point where I was doing maybe 1 or 2 reps, I was at maybe 500 pounds, something like that. And, I'm on a Marine base, and Marines, they love that, especially when they learned I was a corpsman. They're like, holy fuck, you're a doc? That's crazy, man. So, the Marines are in there cheering me on because I'm doing heavy weights and getting loud, I'm not doing anything extra. I'm just doing what I do in the gym. And this old man, I'm positive he was a retiree, but they got this old man working the front desk. He comes up to me and he tells me I'm being too loud. I'm like, well, do you see the weight that I'm lifting right here? I'm not doing it to be annoying. I'm doing it because it's heavy. And his response is, if you have to be that loud, you're doing it wrong. What the hell does that mean? I'm doing it wrong? Old man, well, then you show me how to do it right. It's ridiculous. So those are just a couple of the instances I've had where it seems like it's really difficult to get a good workout in the military. I'll tell you a situation that's going on at my command right now is that you would think, because right now we work 12-hour shifts. We work from 0700 to 1900, and we're very short-staffed, so it's very difficult to do anything during the middle of the day. So if you work the day shift at my command right now, if you have something to do, it better be on your day off, because we work 2 days during the week, and then we alternate 3-day weekends. So, if you're working the weekend, you'll get Monday and Tuesday on, Wednesday, Thursday off, and then you work Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then next week it flips and you get a 3-day weekend, which is nice. We like that. So, but the thing is that during the week, if you have like an appointment or something to do with your kids, or their kids have appointments, it better be scheduled during your off day, because you're not going to be able to go while you're at work because there's not enough people to cover you. So, that being the case, I can understand if it's a personal thing that you got to take care of. Yeah, you should do that on your off time. However, if it's something like getting a workout in, because again, on this base, the gym opens at 6 o'clock in the morning. 6 o'clock? For military, that's really, really late. I mean, 6 o'clock is when things, that's when everything should be up and in full swing, especially for the active duty members. So instead of, rolling those hours back, because it's not up to us. So obviously, if it was up to me, it'd be open 24 hours a day, no questions asked. But this is the situation that we've been given, so we got to make the best of it. Now, what a leader would do, what someone who has our best interest in mind would do is say, hey, listen, whether it's lunchtime or early in the morning, say, hey, listen, I'm the LPO, I'm your boss, I'm going to cover you guys for an hour, and you guys go to the gym, go for a run, do what you got to do, come back in an hour, during the day when you can actually go. Wouldn't that make sense? Or what I would do is say, hey, since the gym opens at 6, you guys got to be here at 7. Why don't one of you guys come in at 8, so you can have that extra time in the gym, and then, the next person, you cover him at lunch, and then he can go to the gym, and we cover each other. But it doesn't work like that. Instead, the LPOs get to go to the gym in the middle of the day, and the worker bees have to stay and basically cover the entire world, So again, and I bring up all these things to ask, why is it so difficult to get a workout in the Navy? And I told you when I first started this podcast, there is an answer. There is an actual answer. It's because in the Navy, everything has someone at the head of it. Every single thing. If you've been in the Navy for even just for boot camp, you know that. There's an education petty officer. There's a fitness petty officer. There's you name it. There's all these little things. There's a BLS petty officer, an ACLS petty officer, I don't know. I don't get into these things. So, but there's there's these junior sailor of the quarter petty officers. There's these career development petty officers. Everybody has something that they champion so they can put it on their little brag sheet. And when, the time comes around for them to get their evals back so they can make rank, they can pad their list and say, look, I do all this stuff. But that's why, because everybody has something that they want to take credit for, and they want to take credit for you and your workout, or rather they want to take credit for me and my workout, when really I'm the one making the sacrifice. I'm the one that gets up at 3:00 in the morning so I can go to the workout and come to work on time and not interfere with anybody's day and not make it so anybody has to cover me. So instead of rewarding that, we give it away. We give it away, even though the what we call them CFLs, or command fitness leaders. Even though I am not under the charge of any of those people, I guarantee someone is taking credit for my being in shape. Someone is taking credit for my workouts, because that's how it works, because everybody has something they want to take credit for. Instead of coming together as a team and saying, hey, we're going to make this work, we're going to get you guys the time that you need to stay in shape and to make sure you're passing tape and passing the PRT and the fitness test and all that stuff, instead of making it possible, we're making it possible, but we're making it possible with very, very strict parameters. And those parameters are, just make sure that somebody saw you do it. Make sure that somebody is at the head of it. That's why the LPOs, the people in charge, are allowed to go work out in the middle of the day while we stay in cover, instead of the opposite, which is what a leader would do, in my opinion. A leader would say, hey, listen, I'm the LPO. I've got time to do it. I only work this amount of time. You guys are here all day. Let me cover you guys during the middle of the day or whatever time of day you guys want to go work out, and you go train, come back in an hour. And I'm not blaming the LPOs. They're just taking advantage where they can, like we all are taking advantage where we can. But the point is that, this base is super unconducive for training. You already got first of all, there's 2 gyms on this base. The first one, like I said, it used to be open from like 5 to 7 or 5 to 9, but there was ample time. Like right now, I'm switching over to nights, and right now they close at 6. They close at 1800, and I'm supposed to be there for work at 1900. So if they closed at 1900, that would be perfect, because I could just show up early enough, get my workout started, and walk straight to work. But now they close an hour before I have to be to work. So in order to get a complete workout, I have to go off base. I have to go somewhere else. And like I said, there's 2 gyms on this base. The other gym is open from like 6 to like 5. And I mean, like, who is that for? Whom exactly is that for, if not for people to work out at the very, in the middle of the day, or for an hour before work, or not even an hour? If you work out an hour, even if you get there right when they open at 0600, if you're not Johnny on the spot and you get back, you're going to be late and you're going to have a freaking problem. This is the kind of stuff that we have to contend with. Why is it so difficult, of all places in the military, where they are constantly kicking down our throats, stay in shape, eat right, treat yourself well, treat your body well, treat your body like a machine, and yada, yada, yada. They spit all these platitudes at us, but they do nothing to help us. You want to do something for us? Extend the hours. Hire some people. Hell, you talk about there's not enough people to work the front desk at a fucking gym. First of all, how is that rocket science to work the front desk at a fucking gym? Second, California minimum wage is like $15 an hour. They're motherfuckers right outside of the gym holding up signs asking for money. Put these motherfuckers to work. Put them back behind the front desk of a goddamn gym. How hard is it to... I know it's rocket science to sit there checking IDs and making sure there are towels. How fucking hard is that? It's ridiculous. And, everybody knows it is, but it seems it's another one of those things where they're right there in everybody's hostile little face, but nobody wants to say anything about it because the people who have the power to change it, or at least have the power to influence it, are benefiting from it, so they keep their mouth shut. So the rest of us, have to get up at, ungodly hours at 0 dark 30 to get the kind of workout we want to. And for me personally, I wouldn't have it any other way, because the gym that I go to that is open 24 hours a day, it's full of a bunch of betas, and it's super, super pain in the ass. But I would rather do that than submit to their stupid rules, because it's just not worth it. And it's not worth getting into, people always say, the people in charge who make these decisions always say, oh, I have an open door policy, come talk to me if you need anything, or if you have a concern or a complaint. Yeah, but if you do that, they hurl back a bunch of excuses to, oh, well, it's not in my field of, there's only one thing, in my opinion, that you can say that is truly un-American, and that is, there is nothing we can do about that. That is the only un-American thing that you can say, in my opinion. This entire country was founded based on the idea that we would solve our own problems. And we can't solve this problem. We can't get a couple thousand military members stationed at a hospital, a place to train. You've got to be kidding me. And I am not buying it. Thanks for watching the podcast, you guys. Like, share, and subscribe to BJBL Unleashed on YouTube. Follow me on Instagram while you're at it, and I will see you later for more Unleashed.